Hey everybody, it's Jeremy. Welcome back to Lucid's Tournament Game 7, where we are playing Helheim. This is turn 46. The battle with Calum continues to rage on, but Abyssia might be making a play for the throne near us. Let's check and see how this turn went. Alright, we have completed Alteration 5. We are going to swap over to some enchantment now. Just trying to pick up a couple of little things here or there that we should already have. We've done some reanimation and revive king. We have cast bind ice devil and succeeded. We got Semeges. Semeges is actually really interesting. He is one of each of the ice devils has like a little thing going for them. Semeges, his thing is that he can summon allies. Right, so you can set him to just summon allies each turn, and he will summon a Frost Fiend every turn, which is decently useful, right? I definitely do that if I had it. But alright. We got the wall of attacks. Now, we can see, and we can very easily tell which ones are magic phase attacks and which ones are not, because our blood hunting happens after the magic phase. So, these three are magic phase attacks. Let's see what's going on. We anticipated that he might start doing some cloud trippies to get rid of some of my thugs. So let's see if he is successful. Alright, so we have a Arya Seraph, some air gems, obviously going to do some air elemental summon, versus a little bit of PD and a Vanyarl. So the question is going to be, can the air elemental trample me before I kill it? That's the question. So air elemental comes up. Air elemental up. Let's see where it lands. Oh, it landed right on my Vanyarl. Okay, cool. So how is this gonna go? We've got... Okay, we're getting pushed around. That's no good. What you really want to see immediately... Oh, I'm still trying to cast Fly. What you want to see immediately... Like, super loud. I think my... Oh, yeah. My settings are... You know what? I'm just going to leave it as super loud on this one, and we're just going to have to fix it in post. Worries. I say we're gonna have to fix it in post, but you're not gonna hear that it's super loud because I'll have fixed it in post. Anyways, my music is really loud right now. I'll fix it in post. Interesting stuff. What we want to see with something like an air elemental attack is we want to see it come down and us immediately, boom, frostbrand it, right? Because the air elemental has no protection, has no defense against frost or anything like that, right? So if we are lucky, right, it will land next to us and we just immediately, boom, frost elemental it or frostbrand it and take it down a size, right? Now, it's still going to be able to trample us after that point, but each successive size that we take it down is going to be much less threatening. So far, no bueno. Alright, so we did do a hit there. Not a solid hit, though, not a full hit. Ah, there we go. Okay, boom, boom. Drops it from size 6 to size 4. Only has 1 hit point left. Now, it is doing chip damage to us throughout this entire time, which is bad. Really bad, right? We don't want that. Boom! Alright, there we go. Now we've knocked it down to size 1. But it has knocked us down to 8 HP, which is very bad. And actually, the Phantasmal Warrior is the one who gets the last hit. So, we're like, okay, great. Except this guy has just cast another, right? We didn't get to see it, but this guy has just cast another air elemental. It comes down, and this one could potentially kill us, right? We have 16 HP. at max. We're at 8 HP right now, so there's definitely the possibility that, I mean, we could also just obliterate it, right? You saw if we get good hits, we just take it down. But if we don't, this thing can absolutely kill us. Fortunately, though, it comes down and we go up. We land, boom, kill the Arya Seraph, and then the air elemental is no more. Very nice. All right, cool. That is a victory for us for a magic phase attack on us. So when he magic phases us and loses, that is severely punishing, right? Because not only is he's cloud trapezing, which costs gems, he's putting gems on the Seraphs, right? So he's losing more gems that way, and he's losing gold off of the Seraph's deaths. So very, very important that we win these. This is gonna make efficient trading for us. So we go to Royal Forest, and we get magic phased. I guess we got magic phased. I'm not sure, honestly, here. Because I'm not sure. I don't think the Fravashi can magic phase. I don't know. I'm not actually sure what the Fravashis are. We might take a look here in a second. I honestly do not know as much about Calum as I probably should. But he comes in with an Eagle King. Now this is a big deal, right? If we were able to get this Eagle King, if we were able to pop him, oh boy, that's a fucking amount of money, right? And it is up against another Banuro. Okay, so the Fravashi starts freaking doing Phantasmal Warriors, but the Eagle King throws out an Air Elemental. Very nice. And I think he's gonna immediately go into a second Air Elemental. So that's very dangerous, right? Because one Air Elemental, it can be rough. Two Air Elementals could just obliterate us. So second Air Elemental comes out, right? Our Glamour has already been popped by this Air Elemental. The other Air Elemental fortunately lands in our PD, buys us some time. And we... boom. Okay, so we get a good hit. Boom, get another good hit. Okay, we're down to 11 HP though, and there is another full health Air Elemental. It goes up, it lands next to our PD commander. We go up, it kills our PD commander. We come down on top of the Eagle King, and as soon as we land, whap! Big hit. Big hit. But you can see, right, it's like, oh, that's a fucking, is that 18 damage? Holy shit. But he's still standing. And not only is he still standing, but he still has 11 out of 19 hit points, and it's like, wait, what the fuck? And then you take a look. While we've been fighting Air Elementals, this Eagle King has not been idle. He has cast Iron Skin, and he's cast Temper Flesh. Fuck. Okay, but we still have an opportunity here. We could still kill this guy. We just need a solid hit from the Frostbrand with a good roll, right? 27 protection. We just saw, right? We can hit this guy. Oh, nope. And also, I will say the attack skill 24 is definitely helping against the defense skill 13. So, we got another hit. 5. He's down to 6. Oh no, the Air Elemental comes in and starts pushing us around, and the Air Elemental pushing us is able to tick our HP down, each one, far enough to where we lose. Mind you, we barely lost that. That Eagle King was almost ours. to the point to where if I were Calum, I would be like, as Helheim, I'm willing to test that matchup again, right? I'm willing for Calum to send an Eagle King at me in that exact same type of setup, and try to take on a Van Jarl 1v1, because we could totally win. We could totally win. And taking out an Eagle King is a big fucking deal. So, unfortunately, we did not win that time around. That means that he is successful again, though that cost him gems to do. It cost him turns from a very valuable mage. Had that not been an Eagle King, right? Had that been an Arya Seraph, we would have trashed that Arya Seraph. So it becomes the scenario of, is he going to have to Cloud Trapeze only Eagle Kings against me? And is there going to be some risk at losing an Eagle King if he sends it against the Van Jarl? Because who wants to make that trade up, right? So is he going to start, more than likely what I would assume is he starts sending multiple Arya Seraphs, or an Eagle King and an Arya Seraph, right? But that's going to be a heavy gem investment, right? So this is interesting scenarios, interesting information that we're gaining from this kind of raiding battle that we're doing. We have another in Sotera, and this is another good example of Arya Seraph versus Van Jarl, and the Van Jarl is going to win. So we can watch the big... almost immediately, our Van Jarl gets pretty lucky with 2 hits, kills the air elemental, goes, flies in the back, boom, insta-kills the Arya Seraph. Done and done. Right? So pretty nice. Alright, 5 Blood Hunters. We did great there. 5 Blood Hunters capture 29 blood sacrifices in Tiny Willow. And then we have just a whole host of attacks. We're gonna just skim through most of these. We are attacked in Wise Spring Grove, and we get super lucky. A Deer Tribe Archer just snipes the Arya Seraphine, and the whole party dies. Fantastic. We get attacked in Gwyrith, and this is against a Van Jarl, and this is, again, another Harib Seraph-led party where he is using Marble Earth Boots, Earth Power, and Marble Warriors to make these Spirehorn Warriors and other mixed flyers very, very powerful. So that's a problem. We don't have a... we don't have a great answer, but we do have some answers. And we'll touch on that here in just a second. Somewhat. We're gonna see how it goes. Okay, so we lose a Van Jarl there. Unfortunate is what it is, though. All right, we attack in Ungbeloth, and we win against minor province defense. We are attacked in Helheim. Oof, let's watch this one, because this could be big. Except, it is a very minor party just kind of poking at us. This is the concept of him going, if he only has PD and I send this much in, then I might be able to break that PD and etc. But I don't have just PD, I have some Hellherdings here. So what he sends in is 3 Arya Seraphs, capable of summoning multiple air elementals. Also note, right, these are all Arya Seraphs. Well, oh no, they're not all Arya Seraphs, but some of them are Arya Seraphs that have been diseased by staying in that fort on the border of ours and Marverni's lands, right? The one that we have known to steer clear of for a while. So he's going to do some air elemental summons. We are going to have our forces move forward, and this is going to be pretty simple, right? The air elementals aren't going to be able to take out all of our stuff fast enough. The problem with air elementals is if you get too many things around them, especially so air elementals have ethereal, right? If you have magic weapons, like with our Hellherdings, then you are able to cut down air elementals very simply. If we didn't have Hellherdings here, it would legitimately be a different matter. So, but because of the Hellherdings, we are able to cut them down pretty easily. Rush forward, kill the remaining casters, and there we go. So, the attack on Helheim results in 1 lost Hellherding, 3 lost Aria Seraphs. These are 125 gold each, that's pretty good. And then some minor amount of infantry. Okay, we are attacked in Northia, lose to a group there. We attack in Ard and win. We attack in Titan's Breath Peaks, and we lose again because we run into a group of Spirehorn Warriors led by a Harib Seraph. So Marble Warriors Strength of Giants is kicking our ass. So that is really bad. We've got to figure out a way to work around that. We are attacked in Osens. We win in Yellow Mountains. We win in Obsidian Wastes. We win in Pugria. We are attacked in Pulmania, and we lose there. Again, another Harib Seraph, right? We attack in Ancient Woods and win. We attack in Iron Range and win. We are attacked in Laria, and we win. Laria is... right there. Gotcha. So he's just pinging us just to see if he can sneak a cheeky victory. We are attacked in Cursed Land by some Yetis, an Aria Seraph and some Yetis, and we lose there. It's just PD. We are attacked in High Peaks, and we win. And so this is a great example, right? Is if he leads Spirehorn Warriors against Hellherdings and the Hellherdings, and it's not with a Harib Seraph, right? Then he loses. The Hellherdings, the Spirehorn Warriors are not able to beat the Hellherdings in the initial charge, and then without Marble Warriors, without the high protection, the Hellherdings chop the Spirehorn Warriors to bits, right? So we basically got that on lock. Now we have to figure out what can we do about Harib Seraph led forces, right? And he's got to figure out how does he maximize that. What's his goal, right? Okay, so we are attacked in High Peaks and we win. We attack in Towers of Heaven and we lose. Again, another Harib Seraph led party. Not a good turn for us. We lost two Van Jarls, one to a Magic Phase attack, one to a Harib Seraph led army, and then we lost 2 sets of Van Heers and Hellherdings, both to Harib Seraph led armies. So that's really bad for us. We are attacked in Saramatia just by a Kalian scout, just pinging to see what we're up to, right? And then we attack in Rame and win. We attack in Felicia. And this is funny, right? This is very interesting. We win in Felicia. Commander 1, leading just basic Herdmen, wins against a Harib Seraph-led army. So we're going to watch this. And there are a couple of things at play here. So this is also Bernard's Brave Men, right? And then in the back here, we have roughly, 20 or so odd Aria Infantry, Spirehorn Warriors, etc. Okay? They do have a Harib Seraph here, capable of casting Marble Warriors. So, they go through that whole scenario. Earth Power, Marble Warriors, boom, there you go. So all of these guys, they're going to have very high protection up against our Herdmen. So, how the hell did we win this? Okay, so, a couple things immediately, right? One is we get lucky. Had this group of Spirehorn Warriors jumped on the commander rather than the main body of Herdmen, they absolutely would have been able to pop Commander 1. Commander 1 is not strong. He is a very weak boy, so that's bad. That's unfortunate, right? That's not good news for us. But we were lucky this time. So, side scenario. We are surrounded all over the place, right? We've got Arya infantry, Spirehorn warriors. We've got swordsmen coming at us. How are we able to win this? Well, the trick is, right? And this is basically just the scenario with it's that Kalem infantry has shitty attack. Its attack skill is trash, and their attack density is trash, right? Because they are size 3, they only get 2 attacks per square, and those attacks are coming in at attack skill 11, right? So very low. Attack skill 11, very low. Attack skill 11, attack skill 12 on this guy, right? Versus defense 17. So, and not only defense 17, but 3 attacks coming back at them per turn, right? And now they are better defended than we are, or they have better protection than we are, but we have way better defense. So we're hitting and doing a little bit of damage, whereas they're not hitting and they're doing no damage. And that's the trade-off, right? Now, there is a secondary factor here, and that is that Bernard's Brave Men contribute to an HP route. Because Bernard's Brave Men are in no way, shape, form, or fashion geared to handle Herdmen. So they get cut to pieces, and then they have an HP route. So if this was more Spirehorn warriors, like the amount of Bernard's Brave Men were Spirehorn warriors instead, this was like 30, 40 Spirehorns, this probably would have gone differently, right? 1, we probably would have been enveloped, and Commander 1 would have probably died, but 2, just that many Spirehorns would have a better chance against the amount of Herdmen that we have. But this is a statement, this is a point, right? Having enough bodies up against the Spirehorn warriors, even with Marble warriors, right? If we have lower numbers, right? If it's 5 or 6 Hellherdings versus 20 or 30 Spirehorns with Marble warriors, the Hellherdings are going to lose because they just get surrounded and they just get hacked down. There's too many, not enough attacks going back. But if it's 20, 30 Spirehorns versus 20, 30 Herdmen, or God forbid, right? Obviously 20, 30 Hellherdings, right? We can and will chop them to bits as long as our commanders don't get popped. So that is something to remember. We need to keep that in mind, that we can beat the Spirehorn warriors with Harib Seraphs. We just have to approach them in equal numbers. That is going to be important. That's going to be a very big deal for us to bring in more Herdmen. But money is tight right now, so we're going to have to figure out how exactly we go about doing that. Okay, so let's finish out this battle. We cut everything down with our Herdmen. Nicely done. Good shit. So that's a good victory for us. That's a very good victory for us. Granted, we do lose more units, and if Commander 1 is gonna hit him and his little strike force, their time is numbered, right? They are living on borrowed time. They are not long for this world. So we'll see how that goes, right? And then we are attacked in Menace, and okay, done. Unexpected events. Barbarian Horde attacks in High Peaks, not so unexpected. We gain an Adept of Pyrrhophlegyton and Apprentices in Wise Spring Grove. Very unexpected. And we also gain a lab. We gained 5 mages out of this. That's really cool, if we can get them to a safe place and keep them alive. Event in Sinafe, plus 25% province income and plus 20 resource. This is amazing. This is great. Absolutely love this, right? And then we have an event in Felicia. Amusingly, there's going to be a monster boar there, so we're hightailing it out of the province anyways. Caleb can have fun with that. Battle in High Peaks. Our Vanheers are easily able to take on the barbarians. No problem. under siege in Osens, and our walls are damaged. That's not good. We are in Florian. We can't breach it. And we have a new famous hero. Jarl 4 has gained Valor. Very cool. All right, what are we doing this turn? We're attacking everywhere again, right? So we have opted, and this might be a bad idea, but for now we have opted not to go into stealth mode, right? One of the other ways to get around things like magic phase attacks is to just stealth, right? You can't get hit with shit if they can't find you. So that is an option that we have. However, stealth rating is slow. Every other turn, you're going to do some damage to your opponent's economy. Now, it's safe, comparatively, but I don't think we can afford safe right now. I think if we start hitting him every other turn, and he is hitting us every turn, we're just going to fall behind. So we have seen that if he comes at us with minimal forces, we will win, or we have a good chance of winning. So we're going to test that and see if he is willing to send more at us, or if he's going to back off, right, and just play the counter raid game. So let's see how that goes. We're attacking in multiple places all along his land, threatening his territory around his capital. Mwah! I've got chapstick on me, or lip balm, or whatever, glossy. All right, and then we are counter raiding, right? We have to be more careful with our counter raiding. He is getting smart. He is hitting us with these Harib Seraph groups. And that means that we are probably going to lose some of these counter raids. Also, he is threatening key positions. Saramatia, Helheim, Kronberg. All of these are within his force to be able to strike and take very easily. So we are going to be, this is probably the biggest focus here, is not only are we attacking around, raiding in a lot of different areas, but we are going to be moving and patrolling in more locations. For example, if we take a look at just Kronberg, the only one that's been patrolling here in Kronberg lately, we need to take that off him, is Hearst 42. Hearst 42 is leading a small contingent of Hirdmen. If this group of Hirdmen gets attacked right now by any of these groups, especially ones led by Harib Seraph, they'll die, right? So all of a sudden we're going to lose that patrolling force, plus the province is now going to be under siege. We won't be able to recruit, and then we could potentially lose the province entirely. So we're going to try to read these attacks ahead of time, and we're going to move and patrol forces into that. One of the big things is, and we didn't really touch base on this so far, but last turn we were very concerned that Abyssia might be hitting Defaros. They have not. They are pulling away. And in fact, I think Abyssia is trying to make it very clear that, hey, I'm in no position to throne rush right now. It's actually Tirnanog that is in the position to throne rush right now. And we'll talk more about that here in a second. But what that means for us right now is that the forces that we sent towards Defaros in order to make sure that Abyssia didn't take it, didn't throne rush with it, can now go back to other locations. And specifically, we're going to send them, part of them back, or part of them to Kronberg, right? Hanga 7 is going to come in with a bunch of Hellhirdings into Kronberg, because I have a sneaking suspicion that either Kronberg, Helheim, or Saramatia is going to get hit with real attacks next turn. And part of that sneaking suspicion is just because he's in the area, but also because he keeps poking and kind of like testing to see what is there, right? What am I defending with? And I think he's going to try to take advantage of that soon. So I think a force of Hellhirdings, a large force of Hellhirdings, and a large force of Hirdmen might be enough to defend against it. But if he brings, the This is going to be a big deal. If he brings 130 Spirehorn warriors into Kohnberg, we're probably fucked, right? We are probably just fucked. In fact, is there anything I can do with this Spart? We could do like... no, probably not. We could do Strength of Giants. That would actually be a really big deal for us. So I might do that. I might actually, instead of forging a Dwarven Hammer, I might actually set this guy up. Do some cast spells. We want to do... It'd be great if I had my own counter Marble Warriors, but I don't. So we're going to do Summon Earth Power, and we're going to do Strength of Giants... Strength of Giants. The Strength of Giants, the reason why I'm more particular about Strength of Giants than I am something like Legions of Steel is Legions of Steel is great, but our main defensive mechanic is defense, not protection right now. So Strength of Giants is actually going to help us get past his protection. So we want to Strength of Giants quite a bit, and then go from there. So we want to Patrol Province. So we're moving into Kohnberg with a large force. We're defending in Helheim with another decently sized force, as well as a force of undead from Rame. And we are putting Semejes out on patrol as well. So Semejes is going to come out, and this is another secret weapon, right? We have not unveiled Auriax or Semejes yet. And in theory, Spirehorn warriors are going to have a very difficult time dealing with these Ice Devils, right? These Ice Devils are going to have very high defenses. They have very high protection. They have very high defense. They are protected by things like Vine Shields. They have Chill Auras. They have high damaging attacks. They have regeneration. So these Ice Devils should be able to deal quite a fucking number on anybody who might be attacking us, basically. So Semejes is going to be protecting Helheim. Auriax is going to hit Holmania. I'm not sure I actually like that, truth be told. I kind of want to have Auriax hit Kohnberg because I really think Kohnberg is going to get hit. Because of these stacks, I think these stacks are all going to converge either on Kohnberg or on Helheim. So maybe I bring Auriax here, and maybe I send Jarl 28 here instead of Titan's Breath. So Titan's Breath is just going to have to wait. So those are big scenarios there, and then we're sending another force. So the force in Scorpion Cracks that was going to hit Devaros, they're coming back to Saramatia, and they are also doing the patrol scenario, right? So they're going to all come back, they're going to patrol, and hopefully if he hits us with 40, 30, and some more from Pustinia, right, then we're going to be able to fend it off with what is patrolling here already and what comes into patrol. So that's kind of the generalized plan. So we've got a whole lot of shit up in the air. We are, and I've said this a couple of times, I think, but we are slowly losing. We are slowly going to lose this. Especially since I'm gonna point this out, and I'm gonna try to keep a very close eye on this, and I might actually just have to start talking to people next turn. But I don't know if I think Fomoriya might have pieced out, and I don't know how much fighting Tirnanog is doing against Calum right now. I have a sneaking suspicion that I'm the one taking the brunt of the targets or the attacks now, and that I might be in this alone, which is real bad for actually both Calum and I, for both of us, right? Fomoriya feels like they're basically out of the game. They do not feel like they are doing very much, but Tirnanog is going to be a big problem if he is left alone. So I need to see what is happening in the next turn. We've got some scouts out that I'm kind of trying to move around and get a better picture of what's going on. But this might go pretty poorly for us pretty quickly if we're the only main target for Calum. Now, in a 2v1 or a 3v1, I like our chances better against Calum. But in a 1v1, we're gonna get choked out. The same thing that happened to Saramatia is gonna be done to us. We might win some good, clever victories here or there, but we'll just lose in the long run, right? So, that is pretty much it for the turn. There's not really much else happening. No big summons this turn because we don't have the Blood Slaves. We are continuing to Blood Hunt, but we don't have enough sacrifices to be able to summon anything this time around. So we'll continue that going forward. Also, we don't have enough nature gems. We could... What? Why not? Let's we don't have a whole lot of really great options here. Let's just do this. We're gonna convert some... This is at a very bad rate too. We're gonna convert some nature gems. I think it's 50 or some astral pearls into nature. We're gonna do 55. We're gonna do a very low cast for Mother Oak. Yep. We're just gonna see how that goes. It might immediately get targeted and be dispelled, or it might just stay up for most of the game. So we'll see how it goes. If it does, if we're able to keep it up for a while, then that will mean that we can kind of do things like Boots of the Messenger and Bind Shields almost with impunity, which would be pretty cool. So fingers crossed on that. I also think... We're gonna put that here. We're actually just not gonna use that this turn. I also think we're gonna do a little bit more adjustments because I think I want this guy also doing Summon Earth Power and Strength of Giants. Because, again, Strength of Giants is going to be a big deal in making it to where our Hellherdings and things like that can effectively trade with Marble Warriors. So, Control Province. Okay, that's going to be it for the turn. Research-wise, we're running up enchantment, just because having enchantment 5 for our Hengas is going to be somewhat useful. But that is mostly it. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye, everybody.